Hello everyone, welcome to today's episode of Kumalokwat podcast. Today we are visiting Madam Linda. She runs some lodges and she also runs a Matebeto business in Mazabuka. Madam Linda, you're welcome to this interview.
Thank you.
Sure. You can just share with us your names and also the names of the establishments that you run.
Okay. My name is Linda Shakantu. I'm Mrs. Lishandu. I live in Mazabuka.
Okay.
I run 3 lodges, two in Mazabuka, one in Monze, Benoni Lodge Mazabuka, Kunz Lodge Mazabuka, and Village Blues Lodge in Monze. And the establishment of these lodges, Monze has 10 rooms, conference facilities, outdoor catering, and other facilities like weddings, kitchen parties as well. Then in Mazabuka, the 2 Kunz Lodge is just bed and breakfasts, but Benoni Lodge has 10 rooms, conference facility, kitchen party, weddings, and Matebeto. Anyway, my interest is the Matebeto business now.
Okay, so it's like now you are really more focused on the Matebeto. Just share a bit how you noticed that there's a need for Matebeto in Mazabuka.
Okay.
How did you get to decide to start?
Matebeto business was encouraged by my husband. By the way, I'm married.
Okay.
So he encouraged me. We have a small complex in Mazabuka where my husband runs, and he opened up a small kiosk and Matebeto. So I was admiring it. Then later on, he encouraged me to do the same at Benoni. At first, I was a bit worried. I thought I would not manage because it's so involving. Because you really have to be there most of the times. So I managed to open up the Matebeto business in Mazabuka, and mostly I cook traditional foods.
Okay.
I say I because most of the times I'm doing the cooking with the people there. I have workers, but a lot of those people are trained in hospitality, but when they're at school, they don't learn the Matebeto food. And when I say the Matebeto food, it's mostly traditional foods. And these foods we learn from home.
From grandmothers.
Apparently, I learned it from my mom.
Okay.
She's actually one of the best cooks.
Okay. So is cooking something you just noticed as a business opportunity, or it's something that you do for as a hobby? How is the aspect of cooking for you?
Cooking, I can say it's a hobby. Because I remember way back when I was still at school, that is secondary school, way back sometime in Kabwe, I used to do food and nutrition, and I was actually one of the best students. And you know, a long time ago, schools were when there are people coming, inspectors, they'll choose the best students in cooking, food and nutrition, and I was one of the best. I have 2 other friends, unfortunately, they're the later. I wish they would be there to see what I'm doing. And I was always one of them. From there, my mother encouraged me, taught me, and I started cooking at home most of the times. And my family, when we're eating on the table, we used to grow a lot of us in the house. We used to keep extended families, girls, especially girls. You remember girls are the ones who used to cook long time.
Yes.
So when I'm the one cooking, my dad would always say, I know Linda has cooked this food.
Yes.
So it encouraged me a lot.
Because everyone would enjoy the food.
Yes.
Okay. So when you started doing the Matebeto business, is it something that has worked well? Is it something that do you think it was a good decision, a good business to start?
Yes.
How's it going so far?
Yes, it was. It was, because I find it very interesting. And it's like every time I think about it, even if I leave Mazabuka, I go elsewhere, I'll always think about my Matebeto. Because of late, like the rooms, the conferencing, the business is quite slow, and most of the times it's not so active. And you know, like Matebeto, people are always eating.
Yes.
Whether they are broke or not, they have to
They
eat.
have to eat. Yes.
Money for food is there.
We'll always find it.
Mm.
Okay. So if we're to see, what sort of challenges have you faced, especially like with the Matebeto business, which you seem to be focusing on a lot now?
The challenges that I face are, firstly, I look at the supply of food, the season. I get better food in the season, the rain season. Though most of the food are taken from our farms. I have a little farm with my husband, and I have brothers and sisters, yes, who have farms around. And I'm able to get the supplies from there, but they are best fresh in the rain season. But in the dry season, and especially the market, not all, Matebeto needs variety of food, but you don't get all of them. And that as a result, my clients complain. I actually have most of my clients are the regular ones.
Okay.
Yes.
So in the event that you don't find what the things you're looking for at the market, do you have alternative places where to go, or maybe do you just remove that food from the menu?
I'll always try to find an alternative.
Okay.
Sometimes I even do dries.
Dries?
Dries, yes. I get dried foods, I dry them and then keep them. When I see that particular vegetable is not available, I use the dry foods. But most of the people who come to eat wouldn't know that this is a dried food.
Okay. What sort of, give an example of dry food?
Yeah.
It's very interesting that you talk about dry food, because like for dried vegetables, it used to be very common, but I think we are slowly losing that culture of drying vegetables and keeping. So what sort of dried vegetables do you have?
The dried vegetables like the chihuahuas, the rape, what happens when they are dry, they look dry. But when you cook them, they turn out to be fresh. But we wouldn't tell the clients that this is dried food. We'll just test and see how they are behaving when eating, because most of the times I don't save the food. I sit and watch how the people working are saving. So I would want to hear the comments, because it's not far from where I sit when they're serving, but they wouldn't notice that that's a dried food. They'll just wonder where it's coming from.
At that time of the year. Okay. A number of business people, I think one of the challenges they face is finding the right people to work with. If you're the one who carries the vision, trying to get a team and people who can run the vision with you may not be easy for everyone. So how have you navigated that issue?
Okay. Most of the times I would try to talk to the workers to also encourage their relatives to come on board, and then I have a lecture with them. And not only that, others are not trained, but I would train them myself. I'll try to train them. I've trained one or two, and they're actually getting better than me now, because when I taste the food, it's even better than mine. But I wouldn't tell them that.
Some people would not want to train staff because they feel, no, once I train this person, they'll do better than me. Maybe they'll go and establish their own thing. What encouragement would you give to people who are very skeptical about training staff and making them better?
I mean, it's quality we look at.
Quality.
Quality. It doesn't matter when you train someone goes. I don't think they'll do the same thing. I really doubt that.
Yes. Because even if they go, there's your touch. There's that touch that you have. Okay. So generally, I notice you have a touch in hospitality. So the lodges you run are hospitality. The Matebeto is a hospitality business. Where do you get this hospitality experience from? The service industry. Do you have a background maybe at home, or it's something that comes naturally?
Okay, I would also say it comes naturally. And I'm one person, when I go out, mostly out of the country, I normally go to South Africa, Swaziland, where my brothers are. I get sometimes, on my way, or I haven't slept at their homes, I sleep in a hotel, I sleep in a lodge. I normally look at it and see how it's established, and I get some ideas from there as well.
Okay. And when you come, then you get those ideas and implement them.
That's what I normally do.
Okay. So generally, I think there's a lot of people trying to set up businesses in different spheres. What encouragement would you give to them? Like, they would want to set up a business. In this day and age, everybody is trying to find a side hustle, an extra source of income. So if me trying to set up a business, what sort of guidance would you give me?
Okay, the guidance is not much, but I'll just encourage them that when you start business, it's quite hard. The first few times, months, years, it's quite tough. And you'd mostly stop on the way, but you just keep pushing.
Okay.
There are ups and downs, and there are so many downs in business than there are in ups. And in business, you don't get profit.
Okay.
No, there's no profit. It's just an ongoing thing. There's no profit at all.
So
but
what
at
if
the end
you
of
want
the
to get
day,
rich? You want to get into business to become rich?
You just need something to go with.
Okay.
You can't really get rich, but you have to be busy.
Okay.
Yeah, you have to be busy, and it's interesting.
Okay. All right. Okay, for me, I think this is what I had for you. Unless there's anything else you'd like to share with us as we wind up our conversation today.
Well, nothing much. It's been a pleasure having you people. But at the end of the day, I'm a person who's not on the media most of the times.
Okay. which is good. So we get to be the first ones when you appear on the media.
I think so.
Yes. So as we wind up to the camera and share the location of your business and what you offer.
Okay. My location, I'm based in Mazabuka, Coons Lodge. It's just off Lusaka Road before the second robots to the entrance of Mazabuka. Then the other one is Benoni Lodge. It's at the T Junction, Zambia Sugar, and on your right. And the third one is in Monze, off Livingstone Road, just before Sesco. You turn right. That is where I'm normally found.
So thank you, viewers. That was our conversation today with Madam Linda Shakantu, and she was sharing with us about the lodges that she runs and the Matebeto business. Please subscribe to this channel and look forward to the next episode. See you.